That was a corny, like, you shouldn't have been here anyway. Him specifically, too. I don't take it as personal as I should. It's Travis. He's harmless.
What up, squad? What's poppin'? Okay, it's been a crazy 2024, and it seems like 2025 is just heating up. Clipse dropped their new album, and there's a lot of animosity going on. A lot of things being said, man. A lot of things coming to the light, man. The sunshine is out, man, and it's cooking, bro. Get your sunblock. Get ready for these videos, man, because we about to go behind the scenes. That being said, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to comment, subscribe, thumbs up, and slap that red button, you heard? Let's get right into it. See what's going on over here.
On the Spotify Rap Caviar podcast.
Yes.
About
Man,
PUSHA T.
People don't like people. Yeah, see? There we go. And then look what happens. But I'm ready for all things, man. Shouts to PUSHA. Shouts to that guy. Shouts to the Clipse. You know what I mean? Congratulations.
Do you like the new song?
No, but you know.
You don't like Ace Trumpets?
What's so great about it?
It's so good.
It's good?
It's so, oh, man.
It's good.
So yeah, there's something going on that you ain't tell us about,
it's
bro.
It's good in what? A nostalgic value of it.
You don't think Ace Trumpets is hard?
I don't believe them. Oh. But that's a whole nother story. I don't want to downplay nobody's craft or their music. I want to uplift everybody and things like that. But I don't listen to their music. I never have. I can't recall too many records that I can remember. You know what I mean?
All right. So Jim Jones is saying he don't believe it. He don't believe them. But then you got this right here, man. I guess that goes with everybody, man. I guess everybody, you know what I'm saying, gangster to a point. You know what I'm saying? It depends on who they being gangster with. Because if y'all recall this right here, I can't show certain videos, but I can show ones where people go back and, you know, this is Cam and Dame talking about a situation they had with Jim. All right? So let's check this out.
What you know, a couple people called me about what Jim said about me, and I was like, I don't know, understand that. And then I heard what Cam said.
You went and got a couple niggas, and I know these niggas, they my niggas too. You tell them you got a problem, they jump in the car, they don't know who you got a problem with. They get down there as Dame. You bought niggas to jump Dame Dash? Really? Dame Dash, you couldn't fight Dame Dash? Lucky the niggas that you bought was like, oh shit, hold on. I thought we was coming for some real beef. This Dame Dash. But Dame ain't no sucker. Dame was ready to fight all three of y'all. And then when Dame realized the other two niggas wasn't doing it, he said, I want to fight you. You said, I don't fight. Dame said, why you got muscles? You said, I got.
So you see that? He like, I don't fight. You don't believe the Clipse, but you talk all that gangster talk. You talk heavy. You know what I'm saying? You talk that heavy talk. You talk that heavy talk. Now, that being said, like I said, people pick and choose who they gangster with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Jim ain't valid, but I'm saying there's a lot of stories about Jim. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was in Springfield, them Latin Kings, man. I wish I could show that video, but I can't, man. Them Latin Kings got on, they put belt to ass in Springfield, Massachusetts. They put belt to ass in Springfield, Massachusetts because they felt some type of way like you was disrespecting them. You was being disrespectful, you know? And I ain't talk about Jim's gangster because I don't really know him. I'm just going by what people are saying. So, hey, Cam know you. And I know he got an axe to grind with you. I know y'all don't see eye to eye all the time. But this come from Dame and Jim. So, hey, let's get back to it. Finish it up.
It's like, oh shit, hold on. I thought we was coming for some real beef. This Dame Dash. But Dame ain't no sucker. Dame was ready to fight all three of y'all. And then when Dame realized the other two niggas wasn't doing it, he said, I want to fight you. You said, I don't fight. Dame said, why you got muscles? You said, I got muscles to look good. You know why I know? Because it's on tape. Did I put the tape out? Did I tell niggas, yo, put that tape out? Because Dame was stunned. Dame said, yo, get the fuck off my block. Y'all niggas ain't about to do nothing. Dame was in downtown on Orchard Street acting like he was in Harlem and told niggas, yo, get the fuck off my block. I told niggas, don't put that tape out, man. It ain't worth it.
You know, that was true. People asked me, it's been brought up. You know, Big Face Gary, he was appalled, but he was like, why didn't you ever tell us? You know, why didn't you ever tell us that he came to the block with his boys and you know, had to almost get into an altercation? And it was really like, when someone that I consider family I've never been in a situation where someone that I consider family actually tried to have somebody physically put their hands on me. It blew my mind. The level of disrespect, it was so un-Harlem that it was embarrassing. That one of the ones that I raised would actually try to have me hurt. And for what? You know, what could have been done in that moment that you would physically want your man or someone that kind of helped you to get humiliated?
So that's interesting. He said kind of helped him. So nobody knows what went on behind the scenes. Nobody knows what the deal was. But, yo, he went over there with a couple heads, but wasn't willing to put in that work. Dame was like, yo, let's do this just me and you, head up. You know what I'm saying? Let's catch a fair one. Let's catch this fade. You know what I'm saying? Let's go for the box. But nah, Jim wasn't willing to do that. And it seems like a lot of these altercations that he do be having, it seemed like that's what be happening. Now, again, I'm not saying anything disparaging on Jim because I really don't know his character as a man. I'm going based off of these stories and based on what, you know, and don't get me wrong, these are snippets. So we can't completely go on that, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like people just pick and choose who they gangster with. You know what I'm saying? They pick and choose. It seemed like Dame stood on business. He's like, yo, screw it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to throw down? Let's throw down. Y'all want to scrap? Let's scrap. You heard?
That's all that would have been if somebody would have came on my block, or rather to my art gallery. It was my art gallery, and put their hands on me in front of my girl. So there was just no way that was going to happen without some degree of a fight. But again, what broke my heart was I felt like I raised everybody better than that, you know, and it looked like a black eye to whatever I was teaching, you know. It was just embarrassing.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's diabolical because Dame is over there basically sunning y'all, being like, yo, I'm the baby Pepe. You know what I'm saying? He basically saying, yo, you his son. He basically saying you his son. But he's like, yo, man, I raised you better than that. I raised your little ass better than that. Now, get your ass back in the house, you heard? Get off the block. Stop trying to be out here trying to flex, try to be tough. You know what I'm saying? But, yo, you know what's funny, right? Peep this, right? I know this. This is like a funny clip. Now, this has nothing to do with nothing, but I feel like rappers, right? I feel like rappers, a lot of them, they're thugs at first. You know what I'm saying? And then when they get that record deal, this sums it up pretty damn well. This sums it up pretty damn well. Then we'll get into the clips, talking what they got to talk and why they got beef and why they got things to say and why they got chosen words for certain people. We're going to get into that one after this, but y'all got to see this. This is funny because a lot of rappers, this is the way they be, bro. This is just hilarious, man. This sums it up pretty well. Rappers before record deal. Yo, that's diabolical, bro. Y'all remember when Jim was over there, he was doing the runway shit, and he had like, yo, I don't know if his nails was done, he's wearing the purple shit, but yo, that shit just remind me of that. Motherfuckers is extra thug until they get that deal. So now, we got over here, right? So we got Pusha T calling out Travis Scott. He calling him corny, man. He's saying you corny, son. And we're going to give you examples of the corny he's talking about after this video. Let's check this one out. All right?
He's shameless. It all came from actually being in Paris.
So be it. So be it. So be it. So
He came through carrying the, you know, the Utopia briefcase.
Right. Yep.
You know, doing his whole spiel.
Mm-hmm.
He comes, he interrupts the session. The next day, the meltdown verse or whatever comes on.
I melt down the chains that I bought from your boss.
You know,
Drake on Travis Scott talking about
melting
P, Pharrell's jewelry.
yeah, and all of that. Yeah. That was a corny, like you shouldn't have been here anyway. Him specifically too. I don't take it as personal as I should. It's Travis. He's harmless. I'm not into what his whole makeup. I took.
He's saying he ain't feeling your vibes, son, and we're going to get in the video on why he don't feel his vibes and some of the corny shit Travis Scott be doing. You heard? So Pusha standing on business right now saying, yo, I just don't mess with that. That's just not me, bro. I just don't want you anywhere near me, bro. The shit you do is corny, bro. You know what I'm saying? You out there looking dumb stupid.
Took it there.
Her utopia had moved right up the street, and her lip gloss was popping. She ain't need you to eat.
And then to like, you know, to come back in our fold.
To make a point of...
Yeah, to invade the fold and then, you know, do all that he did. It was like, man, that was corny. He's shameless. He does it. You've seen him do it to everybody. You know, I've definitely had to put my hand on your shoulder before. You died in front of me. You cried in front of me.
Cried in front of me. You died in front of me.
Look out for the reaction. I did this reaction. I just didn't have time to put it out. I thought it was going to be blocked. So I'm going to upload that. So look out for that reaction. Because, yo, these bars is crazy.
Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me.
Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me.
I had to help you. People take that type of shit for granted. I don't take that for granted. So be it. He's shameless.
So be it. So be it. So be it, so be it. Let it be what it is, what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to this next one, man. Because y'all want to see what he basically talking about, like the corny shit he be on. He basically saying that this is what Travis Scott be on. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff that Travis Scott be on.
Woo! Hey, get your fucking nerdy ass off the stage, bro. Go. Now, you. Off. Yes, I don't know you, bro. Go. Nobody on stage, bro. Nobody on stage, bro. No disrespect. I'm an artist. No, I don't know. I don't care if you're working for Summer Jam. Bye. You're not working for Travis. This isn't Summer.
So you see that right there? Get your nerdy ass off stage, just that and the third. Yo, you know what I'm saying? If it was no disrespect intended, then why'd you have to go there? Why'd you have to put it there? Like, yo, I don't care if you work for Summer Jam, this, that, and the third. He just trying to get photos, you know what I'm saying, for the gala. But hey. If nobody on stage, he don't want nobody on stage. Hey, that's that man's set. He do what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have took pictures, but the way that you approach the situation is just kind of corny to me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Yeah, after you finish your set, you could have just went over there, you know, and spoke to dude. And it wasn't that serious. It was nothing that serious. So I just think, to me, that's just corny. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it moving. Let's see what else he doing.
Jam. This is a Travis Scott show. The fuck he think he is, man?
I'm not okay.
You're not surprised that things is bubbling up the way they are.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm kind of like angry that so many black people are acting like fake activists, and like even just like, you know, publicity, and we're still talking about this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Mike Brown was just like an evil person, but I'm not saying he was perfect either, and I'm not saying he deserved to get killed.
He didn't.
But I'm not saying that he didn't deserve to, like, you know, get like pay for consequences that he probably inflicted. See, that's what's like wrong with black people, man. Like, I feel like, man, just like in culture in general, man, like once something happens, no one like knows how to move on without just like causing like a disruption. There's no like peace value. And I know we're like fed up, quote unquote, with just like whatever's going on in culture, but it's like at the same time, you just got to stop putting yourself in position, or you just continuously having the situation go down. You know, notice it's always.
So you gotta take responsibility for your actions at some point, some way,
man. And it's like, man, and this comes back to hip hop, right? You know, I feel like in music, man, your favorite rapper has a lot of like young artists confused. Right, because like I'm saying, like a Young Thug or like a me or a Cuddy or even like a Tyler, you know, we all like live our lives really through our music.
So he say they live their lives through their music, but he over there kicking people off stage, calling them, you know what I'm saying, goofy, this, that, and the third. He's sitting there, you know, downplaying whatever, man. There's just somebody that was taking, you know, pictures, bro, pictures. So now here's another incident where it's like, bro, you acting like a goofball. Like, you saying all of this, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you got these people confused, this, that, and the third. But, you know, you got all these instances where you sitting there acting out of pocket, you know what I'm saying? Through fans, whether it be a fan, whether it be the way you move, that, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you just like spineless in a way, you know what I mean?
Through our visual, or like, you know, through a concert. And we want kids to learn from that, and we want to help them. Like,
and that's your contribution to.
Yeah, that's my contribution to life.
So how do you think that kid felt when you know what I'm saying, when you was calling him a nerd and you was calling him this, that, and the third? You know what I'm saying? How do you think he felt looking up to you? He probably was a fan. He probably was that. You know what I mean? Like, there's another thing with TMZ. You guys got to check that out next and see the way he be acting, bro. You just got to see the way he be acting because, you know, I didn't know this because I'm not a Travis Scott fan. You know, I heard some of his stuff. You know, I heard, you know, the Utopia, you know, all of that, you know, but I just didn't know that he moved this way. Like, that isn't my type of vibe. That's not my type of music. But he had a couple of songs that, you know what I'm saying, I listen to once in a while.
Versus like a older rapper, I'm not gonna say no names, but like fronting and just like using kids or using the youth,
acting like they have money or acting like they have cars and these materialistic things,
just using us for like profits to like just fund their lives. And that's not what, you know, what the music was back in the day. It was just like, okay, like Public Enemy or somebody was gonna create this song to change life, or like Michael Jackson is gonna make this joint to change life, or even like an earlier Hove is gonna speak on like what life is right now. You know, y'all got to get it together, black people. Or like a Kanye West, man, let's get people out of baggy pants and put them in like fitted clothes, or like let's put, you know what I'm saying, let's like tailor black people up so we won't look all hood.
So basically, he talking about not using the youth to sell some records, making profit off of them. He didn't mean profits in the way of, you know what I'm saying, symbolism and this, that, and the third, in the holy way, in the spiritual way. He's talking about profit as far as monetary gain. Like, you know what I'm saying? Respect your audience. Let's do something good for the kids, right? So now, let's see what happens when he ends up seeing one of his fans or a fan and they call him the wrong name. Let's see how he reacts to that. Let's see if he goes by what he's speaking. Let's see if he live what he say, because that's what he's saying. He's saying, yo, they ain't living what they speaking. They ain't really doing that. You know what I'm saying? So let's check that out.
Travis.
So you see how he got it right up in buddy's face, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just wild, bro. Like, how you gonna sit there and talk all of that? And the title on this one reads, when this from TMZ, snapped at a fan for calling him A$AP Rocky. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you over here trying to preach this, you know, this preacher talk, this activist talk, but yet you turning around wilding out on a fan or somebody that, you know, either said the wrong name, knew who you was, and accidentally just called you A$AP, you know what I mean? Just that and the third, but I don't see A$AP really, you know, in Travis. I don't see, but I could see it. I could see it, but I can't. You know, I could see where maybe they might have got it confused. But that being said, what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Till next time, we out.